It's the remix to Ignition, hot and fresh as the kitchen. Wow, these intros are getting worse. Today's question comes from my website. Joe, I've been having a lot of weird sex dreams about people, especially my chemistry professor. It's getting to the point where I'm basically failing chemistry. What should I do? Is it okay to tell my boyfriend? Should I tell my professor? So I guess sometimes you might be wondering, gee, should I tell everybody everything that happens in my dreams all the time? I do not understand this concept of needing to tell everybody everything, and that may be because I'm a decently private person and I only share things with a select group of close friends. There are definitely some things you should tell people about, like if you are being bullied, or if you are being abused, or if there are certain problems at home. But who is not teaching kids not to tell their professors that they're dreaming about boning them? Who has failed this? I want to know what happened to the good old suppression techniques from the 1940s and the 1950s. There's absolutely no need for you to tell somebody everything that pops into your head or that happens in a dream, and in this case, it sounds like a very not great idea. I'm not exactly sure what you think is gonna happen. Do you really think your chemistry professor is gonna be like, oh yeah, let me risk my job and all future careers because I have just figured out that I love you because you had a dream that you're boning me, so let's run away to Russia? That's not gonna happen. Partially because nobody wants to go to Russia. More likely, he or she will probably be very uncomfortable, and if you are very young, you didn't say if you were in high school or in college, he or she may have to get other school professionals involved for legal reasons. And if we're being honest, we all have sex dreams at some point in our lives about extremely random people. The postman, people we see daily, President Obama, the occasional Pokemon or two, some manga characters, Kathy Lee, all of the One Direction members at the same time, President Theodore Roosevelt, Dolly Parton, Kocoum from Disney's Pocahontas. He was legal, right? Surely he was legal. But we don't go around telling everyone because it was a dream. Did you know dreams are not real? However, if you are at the point where you're failing the class because you're thinking about boning the professor all the time, then you might want to consider switching classes. However, at this point, I'm not sure if that applies anymore because your semester may be over. You may have failed your class already. I'm sorry. And lastly, if you are thinking about people sexually to this extent that it is affecting your daily lives, then you may want to consider talking to a counselor. And that's because there may be some deeply rooted issues that I am simply not equipped to give you advice on. But regardless, thank you for the question. It was a nice little departure. I'm sorry if I was a little sassy. Sometimes I get a little sassy. And as usual, you can leave questions for future videos in the comments or send me a message on my channel at youtube.com/DenikiaWong. I will see you guys Wednesday. It wasn't even alcohol. I still feel like I'm drunk. I'm perma drunk. It's beautiful.